Stadium on the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. On this one is the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. There, second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork, right?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They're going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They find some open field. There he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about. That's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. On the return, Jackson. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Dobbins will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second, nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. 11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Jackson's throw caught by Kohler. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson, options out left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
I like what he showed me in this game because he certainly has understood when it was time to scramble with the ball. On this play, he shows me that he knows when to throw it away as well.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Downs, they say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
11 empty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adafe Owe. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 Thomas. Gotta go.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here we go. 12. 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Change it.
On third down, Jackson. That'll be caught by Kupp. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here we go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
12. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
11, 12.
They go play action with Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
12.
On second down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
11. 12. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 mighty.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
11 mighty. 11.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Samaje Perine, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved.
He's on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Hey, we got to go score.
Burrow on play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. David Ajabo charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they go play action now. Burrow forced out to his left. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there to... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,